welcome to this week's episode of String Beans Boardwalk Social Club Saturday Afternoon Concert Series, Season 2, Episode 4. Started last year to make up for loss of live gigs due to the coronavirus. It's been about a full year now of doing these weekly things. Anyway, every week there's a theme, different theme about music, musicians, or places. You know, so far done blues, Delta blues, North Mississippi blues, Chicago blues, New York City blues, Jersey Shore blues. So anyway, this week is Michigan blues. Most famous for the Detroit has a world famous music scene, mainly because Hey everybody, talking about blues this week from Michigan blues, specifically Detroit. John Lee Hooker, another guy, Dr. Ross, who I talked about in the one about one-man bands. He was a one-man band guy with his own percussion thing set up. John Lee Hooker also had his foot tapping was a big part of his thing. So, anyway. And then the White Stripes guy, forgot his name, whatever.
Jack.
Oh yeah, Jack White. He counts. I think he qualifies as a Detroit blues guy. But then all their other type of music, great, Also Mitch Ryder, he might qualify as a Detroit blues guy too. Here's what we play every week. When we play Crawling King Snake, John Lee Hooker song. Crawling King Snake. When I'm not at home, King Snake. In my house when I'm not at home. Snake. Big hit for John Lee Hooker, and we just heard a version of it by the Black Keys, their new record. We're listening to 90.5 The Night played the new Crawling King Snake by the Black Keys. It sounded great. They played it, it sounded like Junior Kimbrough. And there's a connection with the John Lee Hooker sound and the North Mississippi sound, in that they stay on one chord, they stay on the one for the whole song, like that one, like almost all of these. That's the thing about, Junior Kimbrough especially. But other than that, I mean, Junior Kimbrough came after John Lee Hooker, so John Lee Hooker had an influence on those northern Mississippi blues guys. They copied him. John Lee Hooker came his own thing. He's hard to trace. Almost any other blues guy you can look back and, all right, Muddy Waters sounded like Son House, and you could. But John Lee Hooker really comes out of. He played his really unusual style, playing open tunings, and you really have to go all the way back to Africa, I think, to find the roots of his playing. If you listen to the music of Mali today, or the Yoruba tribe of West Africa, where the blues sound really originated, you can find it back there. But John Lee Hooker didn't. There was nobody ahead of him. He wasn't copying anybody else. I was lucky to see John Lee Hooker when I was in high school. Took the train with my friend from high school, Gavin Egbert. He was playing at Hunter College as part of like some folk, thing. It was him, this gospel singing group called Sweet Honey in the Rock, and a bluegrass band called the Red Clay Ramblers. They were all great, really good. We were lucky enough to sit next to some fans of the gospel singers. Anyway, John Lee Hooker was so good because he didn't play with a band, He's better by himself. He's got a very loose thing with time, he'll speed up, slow up, down, or whatever. In fact, he's the loosest, freest of all the bluesmen. He won't change chords when he's supposed to, or even rhyming. He dispenses with rhyming altogether. Even sometimes when there's an easy rhyme, like you could easily just rhyme it with, house or whatever, he'll say something like.
What's an example?
Like he won't say house, he'll say shack. Come on, house rhymes with mouse, or whatever. But I love that John Lee Hooker. But I had a roommate in college, who was a good guitar player, Jeff Diamond, who couldn't believe that I liked it. Like he thought these are all wrong notes. He goes, he'd laugh. He goes, "Don't you hear that? Like, no, it sounds great. I love this." He goes, "No, that's all wrong." But anyway, John Lee Hooker was the loosest, freest blues man, with his time, chords, rhymes. Anyway, here's one that we did for our first record, Hey Hey, which is taken from the lyrics from this song, Doing the Shout, which was from a great double record that I loved in high school called Endless Boogie. Like a bunch of collaborations with other blues guys, mainly guys from Northern California. I think Steve Miller, and anyway, big, 4 super long songs, and 6-7 minute brilliant songs. Anyway, this is one of them, Doing the Shout from Endless Boogie. Everybody, big hit for us all the way back to the Sonny Ken, Dave Myers, Vic Beggar's days. In fact, it was suggested that we play it by our record company guy, Joe Marabia, and that we used the name Hey Hey for the title, which was alright with me. I love that sound. I was happy to learn that one for our new record label. Which is pretty, a long time ago, whatever, it must be almost 30 years ago. Long time for one to have one record label. It's one of the longest running independent blues labels there is, Blues Leaf Records. Yeah, the other guy, Dr. Ross. He's the one that also used a doctor's bag. That's how we got the nickname Dr. Ross. Carried his harmonicas in a doctor's bag, which I have done since the beginning. I think maybe I got it from Barbecue Bob. He might have done it around the same time. That means it might have been suggested by Kevin Trainer, which is kind of, I think, the way I remember it. Anyway, I was looking for this one low. Not these. That's not that I'm looking. Searching around for it on live TV. This is Channel 11.
Just play something.
Play something. This is, I can tell it. This is it by the week. Super heavy. Oops. See it's still flat out there. One missing note on here, but yeah, maybe I'll play something with this one. Anyway, I say that a lot. Yeah, John Lee Hooker. He was started out. I know he's another guy from Clarksdale, Mississippi. And instead of going to Chicago, he went to Detroit. He worked in a steel mill, a janitor. It was a steel mill, and then started recording and had a hit right away. Recorded for VJ Records, which was chess records competition. VJ had Jimmy Reed and John Lee Hooker. They were their two main blues guys, but they also released the first Beatles album introducing the Beatles. They were just such a small label they couldn't handle. They couldn't press enough copies or anything like that. Yeah, they were a victim of their own success. VJ Records. But that was the label of John Lee Hooker. I know what song to do. This is the one I first heard, or I don't know. I heard it from Jay Giles, had a live version of It Serves Me Right to Suffer. Great harmonica solo on guitar. It was great. I love that version. But the best one is one I just watched today. I can't believe how good this old film of John Lee Hooker playing live for Portland, Oregon radio, TV station. It's so good, unbelievable. They have all these close-up of his hands. Amazingly good. Serves Me Right to Suffer, John Lee Hooker. Serve me right to suffer. Serve me right, be alone. Serve me right to suffer. Serve me right, be alone. Because the life I'm living in the memories of days gone. Every time I see another woman's face, she makes me think of mine, think of mine. Every time I think right to suffer. Serve me right, be alone. Serve me right to suffer. Serve me right to be alone. Trying to live my life, and days gone by. Doctor put me on milk, cream, and alcohol. Doctor put me on. Doctor put me on milk, cream, and alcohol. To soothe my nerves. And I can lay down, sleep at night. Doctor placed me on milk, cream, and alcohol. You placed me on milk, cream, alcohol. Thanks, everybody. Yeah, I was lucky to see him play that, playing by himself, tapping his foot. I think they had a microphone on the stage by his foot. He played a red Epiphone guitar. What's next? So anyway, the Ann Arbor part of the Michigan thing is because because their college there, they had a music scene, a folk and blues music scene that brought a lot of forgotten old blues guys back to the performing and recording again, anyway, like there was a blues concert in maybe 1969. There was that's described as the blues Woodstock. They had everybody play at it. Really, just every living blues guy, and a lot of them were still alive back then. Everybody, Howlin' Wolf, Muddy Waters, really old guys, Son House, everybody and then all the way down to Clifton Chenier, like Zydeco guys. Every blues guy you can imagine. Yeah, it was like the first blues festival in the country, really. And it was also like someone recorded it, some kid, some younger brother of one of the college kids that put it on, recorded a lot of it with, one of those big reel-to-reel tape things, and it was forgotten about for years and years, decades, and someone found it in the basement and realized that they had all these recordings of that epic blues festival. So they gave it to that guy Jack White from the White Stripes and his record company. I forget the name of it. I don't know. Third Rail, maybe, I think it might be called. Anyway, he remastered it and put it together into a record, an album, a great album of the first really good blues festival that happened in Ann Arbor. And then they had like smaller shows, where they bring these like acoustic traditional blues guys that also had been forgotten, especially Mississippi John Hurt or Skip James. Yeah, I can maybe just play a Skip James song. Yeah, Skip James. He was the sleepiest of the blues guys. Really, he had a high voice and he played in mysterious keys, open minor key things. Anyway, it's funny, he, like John Lee Hooker, went back and forth, or they had like the conflict of being a blues guy and a gospel singer. I mean, especially Skip James, he would go back and forth, both recording and playing live, usually whichever paid most. But he would be a blues guy, or he would also be a gospel guy. But John Lee Hooker, his story is different. When he was brought up in a gospel, his gospel mother and his parents wouldn't allow blues around the house, but he had a good voice in the choir, and he only heard gospel. Then his parents split up, and he had a stepfather who actually played blues and encouraged him to play blues. So he had like a momentary conflict of his mother saying no and his father encouraging him. So he's got some John Lee Hooker songs are like a rejection of religion, like one called "Burn in Hell." There ain't no Deacon Jones. There ain't no heaven. There ain't no burn in hell. That one's from a great album called Hooker and Heat, from the band Canned Heat, when they had their harmonica player, Alan Wilson. That might be one of the best John Lee Hooker albums. Great, really, so good. Hooker and Heat. Anyway. Yeah, I'm not going to play the Skip James song. I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to keep playing John Lee Hooker kind of songs. Oh, another thing about Ann Arbor is that they had this concert and this thing. This guy, John Sinclair, who I would also consider a blues guy. He's a poet, writer, like a revolutionary guy from the 60s, who was arrested for a small amount of marijuana and sentenced to 10 years for 2 joints. So there was a concert put on to get him out of jail, and John Lennon wound up participating. But the concert itself, it was like, I think it was called the Freedom Rally, and it was probably 50 years ago too. This year, 50 years ago. But yeah, John Lennon's performance. He was like a blues guy. He played one of those metal guitars, you know, a National Steel guitar, you know, open tuning. And he played just those three. He played 3 songs with Yoko playing congas. And he wore an army jacket. Yeah, it was great. It was like a blues man. It was great. And then John Sinclair, when he does record, he has a blues band backing him up, and he after he got out of jail, he moved to Amsterdam, where he could